Hello everybody and welcome. Ryan Nordahl here again with Epic Whitetail Habitat LLC. I'm out here this afternoon on the home proving grounds with my boy James. We're assessing a soybean food plot failure. Why did it fail? Well, our pH was addressed and corrected accordingly, according to our soil samples. So the proper amount of lime, liquid calcium, what have you, has been applied to this food plot. We had the right amount of fertilizer applied according to our soil samples as well. Why did it fail? Well, we broadcast the seed out here with very little cover crop from last year coming into this growing season. We cultipacked the seed in as best as we could, and I would say we got good soil to seed contact with the amount of cultipacking I did do on this property, on this food plot. But why did it fail? We planted it just ahead of what we thought was going to be an exceptional rainfall at the beginning of June. That rainfall ended up going around us. We did not get that rain, and we sat here for just about three and a half weeks before we saw any significant rains here on this property. And it's not just my property. We see it throughout the upper Midwest this growing season, and that has been a major concern, a topic of discussion on a lot of social media sites. And what can I do now that my soybean planting has failed? Not necessarily a broadcast method. I've seen drilled in beans that did not make it either, especially on the sandier, lighter ground. You know, the soybeans, they possibly did germinate, they burnt up. Sudden infant death syndrome, which is a real thing. It's not the right term for soybeans, but it is quite possible that that may have happened, or just simply the new shoots came up with the soybeans and they got browsed off right away. Now we're left with nothing out here. And that is the case with this soybean plot this year. What can we do to address the issue? We are at July 1st, that is for sure. We've got some rain coming in next week. For this food plot strategy on this property, I'm not real concerned about having food available on the first day of hunting season. Our first day of hunting season here in Wisconsin is right around the 15th, give or take a few days, of September. And so I'm not concerned of that early season food source being here right away in September. We're not going to hunt this property in September. This is more of a pre-rut, rut, post-rut property as it stands right now. It's a very open property, as many of you following my YouTube channel, following my other social media platforms. This is a fairly open property. The deer do pass through here. We've had some fun here in the past. 2019 was a great season. But here in 2021, with our failure, what can we do to address this? Well, we can let it go. We can spray the weeds out of here, try to spray the existing soybeans out of here, but I'm going to let those soybeans that are here grow. So I'm just going to come in here with a shot of Roundup. They are Roundup Ready specific soybeans. They're a forage blend variety. Will we get the seed? Will it be able to pollinate? Probably not, but I'm going to leave it here. It'll be some green forage anyway. But what I will do at the beginning of August to mid-August, 15th, 20th of August, is I'll come in here with mostly some cereal grains, 2 parts rye, 1 part oats, and probably mixing some peas in there along with some rapeseed as well, just to help fix nitrogen to the soil with those small cereal grain plantings that I'm going to do. And I'll probably even do a little bit of brassica in here, strip of brassica right around my stand location. You can see the white pine over my shoulder here. I've got a stand location in there. I will have a box blind here. I've got 2 mock scrapes set up in this food plot. I'll have a connecting winding trail through the cereal grains with a brassica planting, with small little staging plots out in front of each stand location on this plot. This plot is only maybe a half acre, probably even just a third of an acre is all the bigger this plot is. we're not out of the woods. Yeah, you're gonna say it's an expensive lesson learned, and it's just the way it is this year. No, I do not have an endless supply of money, which many of you may be thinking, but at the same time, you know, I got to cut my losses just like any farmer. You know, Mother Nature isn't perfect all the time, and she can be nasty at times, as it has been in certain areas of the upper Midwest this spring and early summer. So we're not out of the woods. As far as ultimate failure of a food plot, we've got plenty of options that we can do. Again, rye, oats, peas, rape. That'll be a really good mixture going in. And then I think, again, that mixture of brassicas going in here so we can fix this failure. Number one, weed control. I'm going to have great weed control. I've already sprayed this twice. I sprayed it once back in early green up. I think it was the beginning of May. We put our soybeans down and they weren't doing real well. I did spray it. I know I'm going to get a lot of weed germination again before the end of July here. So we'll hit it again the same time that we do our fall food plot seeding, just to hit those last bit of weeds that will possibly germinate. So that'll give me 3 glyphosate sprayings here, and I should have really good weed control going into the fall hunting season. So that's just one way that we are correcting the failure that has happened here on this property and other properties as well, as far as my clients and my own properties. So the strategy works. It's worked in the past. We've had these failures in the past before. It happens. You run into the wrong weather conditions and it happens. Not just on my properties, but many other properties as well throughout the state of Wisconsin, even farm fields. I saw farm fields in southwest Wisconsin before they got the significant rains that they've had down there. You basically could have taken a lighter out there 2 weeks ago when I was down there and set those cornfields on fire. That's just how evil Mother Nature can be at times when it doesn't allow moisture. I guess in my own personal experience, in my own opinion, I'd rather have it too wet in a year than too dry. So take it or leave it. Subscribe to my videos, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, hit the notification button, share these videos with your friends. That's how I get my message out there. Hey, leave a comment. If you like this video, leave a good comment. Hey, if you got a comment of how I could do better, or, you know, I have an open mind and I'm not afraid of criticism at all. It helps me do better and bring you better quality content, more informative content. Thanks for joining me. Again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share buttons. Thanks, guys.